the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a bit of a tent review video on a brand new product from Outdoor Revolution. So this here is the Outdoor Revolution Campstar 1200. The Campstar range is a new range for 2021 going forward. And essentially what kind of Outdoor Rev are trying to do is bring something that's a little bit different, something that's price orientated, something that's good value for money, but not necessarily compromising quality. Not too dissimilar to what likes of Camper and Vango have done in the past and still go forward doing. This particular model is a bit different to what else you see anywhere else, which is quite interesting to say the least. So it's a bit of a hybrid. It's a traditional kind of dome style where you've got pods coming off to sleep 12 people, hence the name. But like I said, hybrid. So you've got an inflatable dome, middle part, and then the sort of outer quadrants, if you want to call them, of fiberglass poles. That way it keeps the price down. You still get the quick and easy, and the hardest part of any sort of dome tent like this, especially like when it's all tunneled, is the fact that getting the middle poles through and up. So having the air system on there makes that much easier. This model I've pitched on my own the best part of 18 minutes. And you can check out our own at-walls pitching and packing video, how quick, simple and easy it really was to do that. As well as pack it away and get back in the bag as well. It's, like I said, the fabric they use is 120 HDE fabric, so essentially a 70 denier fabric, 3000mm high static head, so nice and waterproof. You also got nice sort of 12.7mm fiberglass poles, nice and strong, and they're also color coordinated as well. So you've got a black, a yellow, and then a red at the back. It's designed, like I said, as a true sort of 12 berth, so each pod will accommodate 4 people. You want the 2 side pods say a 280 width, and then on the back one sort of 330. So you've got almost like generous size, and then also a master bedroom at the back. Fully sewn in ground sheet as well, and actually to be fair, it's quite spacious. I will say that it works quite well, and to peg and pitch wasn't too bad. The high visibility guidelines help it stand out, and to be fair, you can be a bit more economic with pegs and sort of carry on, use the same physical peg for 2 runners. You're that clever, really. With the air system, also it's nice and easy. A pump comes supply with it, and it uses Outdoor Revolution's dynamic valve. So big opening to get it in and air out. The only thing to bear in mind, it doesn't have their pressure release, mainly just to hit that price point. And that's kind of what they try to do, is almost cut back on all the elaborate features, zip up curtains and thicker fabrics and additional mesh doors and things like that, and just get back to basics and the core things that you would actually come to need. The front doors, we can see it here, you've got sort of this nice big crystal clear window, so plenty of light in for it, and it's same on either side. On the inside, you've also got privacy curtains to get that sort of level of security as and when you need it. The front door opens up in 2 different sections, so you've got half open or fully open, or completely shut. Because the ground sheet is physically sewn in, ideally you probably have that shut most of the time, unless it's a nice day and you open it up. Located behind the front door is also a full frontal mesh door, which actually, to be fair, we shall open up now. One thing to mention is actually there are additional zip pullers, so what you can do actually is drop that down. So you want to create like a little veranda with that. Once that door's back in place, you could quite happily do so. So that pops down like so. Take these pegs out, and then that doorway kind of rolls back. And then toggles back like so. So as you can see here, you've then got your nice big sort of frontal mesh door. Again, this can be put into 2 halves if you need be. And the ground sheet here is like a little toggle up, toggle down. So you can lay it flat when you want to. Alternatively, you can actually Velcro it on the bottom, Velcro it back up, and it toggles back in place as well. So it's got almost like a 2-tier system. It works quite smart. Thank you. But like I said, let's just open that up now. And then suddenly you've got this big kind of almost like open canopy section. So you're leading straight into your kind of main living area. But let's sort of have a look on the inside of the actual tent and talk for a few more features that the Campstar has to offer. So now in a Campstar, you can kind of get a bit more idea for sort of the space you've got inside. You've almost got this sort of central communal hub area, so your sort of main sort of living area. So it is one kind of complete open section. Also, like I said, on the outside you've got these crystal clear windows either side of sort of the out of the main dome, if we will, and then you've got curtains to get the privacy when you want to, and same with the front panels. So you've got the curtain itself can actually go up into two positions. You've kind of got halfway, which toggles to there, or alternatively fully up to the top to get the ultimate amount of privacy. And then when you're done with it, like I said, on a day like today, you can be lazy and let it hang, or you can roll it back, and there's kind of just a little toggle point there just to kind of keep it at bay, really. So into the main section, like I said, the one sort of drawback to these kind of tents is that, okay, it's brilliant that the fact you've got, you know, pods that everyone sleeps separately, but you lose that almost front awning section, that sort of area for cooking. So on a rainy day, you are situated with going outside, really, because of the ground sheet in front. So that is one of the drawbacks of this sort of style when you haven't got that front section in there. But again, people buy gazebos and sort of accommodate with that, and it's not very often you can get that front extension with this bit, especially at the price point obviously this particular model is. But we're looking here, like I said, the two side bedrooms that we've got this way and that way are 280, so it's 140 per section, 2 meters 10 deep, so great sort of size. And then you've got obviously this dark inner, which is the same everywhere, and you've also got things like little storage pockets located down the bottom here for, you know, putting keys or phones. That's the way if you wake up in the night, you can happily find where, you know, your torch is to go to the loo. You've also got the divisional door, which you can seal it up, so it means that when you haven't, you know, when you want to have everything sort of shut off, you can quite happily do that. You've got this kind of almost palmy kind of part here, and what it does is just kind of in many ways it sort of gives a bit more shadow to the section, make it a little bit cooler, if you will. You've got a big nice mesh vent above here as well to help with circulation of air, and that's the key thing. There's not a huge amount of ventilation in these sort of tents because of the fact that you've, you know, almost every end is a dead end because you've got sleeping in there. So, you know, we will find that you want to have the front door open as much as possible to have the air flowing through. There's a divider in that section as well, so you can obviously have that in place if you wanted to. So almost have it as a 2-2, or open it to be one big 4-berth. You know, that way if you want a lot of sort of luxury, you can take that divider out, put a nice camp bed in there sideways, so top to tail, and sleep in there, and you know everyone could have their own different space. This side is exactly the same as the other side, but the back section is common like the master bedroom, a bit bigger. So I mean it's 3.3 meters wide, still by 210. So you get yourself a little bit more room per person, which again is quite a bit of a benefit. But still with a sliding door that sort of goes from left to right. You've got the ability of sort of a little hanging point for a lantern, which is located here, and little Velcro tabs leading down to essentially a cable entry point into the bedrooms. There's a cable entry point sort of at the front, and I'll also bring the camera in just a second, located there, so you have your mains hook up in there, and then you kind of distribute it around the tent as you see fit. You've got these little Velcro parts here, so that's for the up and down lighters. So the joys of that is you can use Outdoor Revolution system to sort of illuminate a light, almost like upside down lampshades, to flood the tent with light. And yeah, good sort of size. Let's pick up the camera now and just go through it and talk through a few of the features inside the model. So, one thing by coming inside, actually probably get a better idea of the canopy depth. So, arches in that section there, but you've got, like I said, the master bedroom. You've got a nice big vent above there to help with the airflow. You've also got a hanging point for a lantern as well, and the divider can easily sort of toggle in, toggle out. Pockets down in the corner there, and when you sort of look back and actually see the yellow zip of the additional sort of exit point. But then when you're right in the back bedroom, you know, it is quite spacious. It's just obviously it's just like one big open kind of canopy area. So when you come in here again, and you're looking across the bedrooms, again, not a bad sort of depth, and it's very much, you either love or hate this kind of tent. You know, one thing to mention, obviously, the pack size is a bit bulkier, and when you're on pitch sizes, sometimes they can be a bit finicky just because it's quite a wide spanning tent. But as you come out of it, you know, you really get an idea for kind of size. But we'll have a little walk around as well while we're at it, just to kind of give you a bit more of a feel for it. So you can see that big mesh vent at the back. Same when you've got the colour coordinated poles. So you see a little yellow tab just at the top there, and that goes to the yellow bit at the bottom. And then you've got red there for red. So these sort of tents used to be all the rage, you know, going back probably 10 years ago. And it's drawn more down to difficulty of pitching or putting the fly sheet in, you know, the inner up first and the fly sheet at the top. But I think I quite like the fact that this is a little bit different. You know, it's I wouldn't say traditional, it's more like a modern traditional. But you've got the fact that it's quick and easier to put up than it would be normally. It's not quite as quick as, say, a fully inflatable model, but it's nowhere near the price point, which is why it's what it is. One thing to bear in mind is we've actually got this on a package deal where you get a tent, footprint and carpet all included. So check in the link below for that. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when you see the price of it in terms of, you know, for the value of money, the amount of workmanship and the amount of space and amount of, well, just, you know, material and seams and stuff they'd use to get down to the price point that it is. I think it is very, very competitive. And like I said, there's nothing really else on the market that is in this style at this price with an air system. So I think it'd be a real sort of winner. It's definitely, like I said, more a Marmite thing. You love or hate this design. But yeah, that's kind of our little video review on the Outdoor Revolution, the Campstar 1200. And like I said, any more information, do let us know. We'll let you know what you think of the tent as well. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.